Today we are joined by our United States Senator, Rob Portman. Rob was born and raised in Cincinnati, Ohio, where he still lives today with his wife, Jane. Together they have 3 children, Jeb, Will, and Sally. In 1993, he was first elected to Congress, where he represented the diverse 7-county 2nd District in Southern Ohio. He was proud to serve that 2nd District for 12 years. In 2005, Rob left Congress when he was asked to serve in the United States Trade Representatives under President George W. Bush. And then as director of the Office of Budget and Management, except it's the Office of Management and Budget. He was then elected to the U.S. Senate in 2010, after former Senator George Voinovich retired from public office. You know, we hated to see the retirement of our friend George Voinovich, but we did get a new friend in Rob Portman. So it's something how one door opens and after another closes. During his Senate tenure, Rob has introduced more than 240 bills, including 200 bipartisan bills, and more than 150 of his legislative priorities have been signed into law. He has been a steadfast supporter for the captive nations, the American Nationalities movement, and for Ukraine and her citizens. Over his time in the Senate, Rob has traveled to Ukraine 10 times, most recently meeting with President Zelensky. He is also the founder of the Senate Ukraine Caucus and has led the charge for funding for Ukraine in the U.S. Senate. Of course, we're welcome here today because he is retiring as our senator. Looking to the future, I've been toying with the idea of running for president. Now that Rob is going to retire, I think I might tap him to be my vice president. We might get a couple votes. Before I turn it over to him, we'd like a few other people to say a few words, starting with Pierre Majani. Pierre's got a bum foot. Or a bum leg, I forget which, so he joined our good friend Mel Lowe, who's been a table sponsor for years as well. Pierre?
Thank you, Rocky. Thank you so much, Judge. Thank you for your support. You know, as the president of Kenya, I'm blessed to have Judge Burke with us as an honorary board member also. And as somebody who we can count on, we can always depend on his action. And I want to thank Dan Hansen for this amazing award that you're bestowing on me in April. And I'm humbled and I'm very surprised when you announce this. I'm here, I want to speak a couple of words because the 2 people we're honoring today, they mean a lot to me. Tony, you have been a good friend throughout the years, and we do miss you at the City Council. You were always the person who came to the council ready to challenge and ready to put things in order. And everybody looked up to you, most of the council people waiting for Tony to present his ideas. Thank you for all your services and thank you for all what you did, Tony. You always have praise for us. Senator Portman, I was blessed to get to know you throughout the years and to support you throughout these years. It was a great experience getting to know and to know who you are, what you have done, and what everybody mentioned, especially what you said in your last meeting, Senate, about how we need to come together as a country and how we need to communicate with each other besides, our differences. That's exactly why when you announced you wanted to leave, I was very upset. And I think I said it to you during the meeting, when we were meeting in the nationality group. And this is the time when we need people like you. You have done tremendous work, and you'll always be in our prayers, and you'll always be in our heart. And may God bless you for whatever endeavor you did. Thank you so much. That's it.
Like, President of the United Ukrainian Organization of Ohio, Marta Kelleher-Lishaneski, to come forward and say a few words, and I think with the final introduction before the Senator speaks. Marta?
Thank you, Judge. Senator, today we celebrate your decades of service to the state of Ohio and your leadership on issues important to the American Nationalities movement, an organization founded to advocate for nations behind the Iron Curtain. We watched you deliver your farewell speech on the Senate floor this past Thursday, and thank your Senate colleagues that have worked with you since 2014 to support Ukraine in its ongoing fight for freedom. Quote, "This is an issue near and dear to my heart and to Ohio, where many nationality groups are committed to a free and independent Europe. We thank you here and in today's Cleveland Plain Dealer op-ed, co-authored by Senator Matt Dolan and United Ukrainian Organizations of Ohio, which reads in part, Senator Portman will rightly be honored at this weekend's American Nationalities Movement Christmas party for his decades of service to Ohio. Senator Portman has been one of the most consistently outspoken and reliable allies the Eastern European communities and Ukrainian people have had inside our federal government in a generation. His leadership in creating the Ukrainian Security Assistance Initiative provided dedicated funding to training and equipping the Ukrainian Armed Forces, an initiative that is paying significant dividends right now as Ukrainian troops outperform Russian soldiers on the battlefield. His stalwart support for humanitarian, economic, and military aid during Russia's illegal war has provided Ukraine with the means to defeat its adversary. Senator Portman remains in the vanguard of those who recognize that a strong, prosperous, and democratic Ukraine will be a trusted ally of our United States and a bulwark against an aggressive Russian Federation. Simon, would you join in presenting Senator Portman with a reminder of our gratitude? This artwork depicts a berry bush from a beloved song published in 1875. The Red by Burnham in the Meadow, which has a special national appeal, written to inspire troops fighting for independence, and an anthem during both World Wars, the 2014 Maidan Revolution, and today, where in Crimea, people are imprisoned for playing the song. On a popular culture note, the anthem inspired Pink Floyd to release its first new song in 28 years, its rendition, Hey Hey, Rise Up, to raise funds for Ukraine. Please accept this from Ohio's Ukrainian American community in the American Nationalities movement. You will be missed, Senator.
All right, Tom, you stay right there. You're doing good. So hold it. A little bit lower because see your face. See this handsome guy. Thank you, Simon. Get your face up. That's awesome. It's heavy too. So that's awesome. Thank you, Al. I told Jane that I knew Irene was going to give me some pierogies or something to take home, but I had no idea I would get this. It's almost as good as the food that